Hello everybody and welcome to Anti-MLM Vlogmas 22. I'm Christine, I'm glad you're here. Today I want to take a look with you at a newsletter from the Beach Boss influencers. Those are Australian network marketing coaches. They have a really interesting branding that also shows in the newsletters. I'm on so many newsletters and on so many mailing lists. The Beach Boss influencers have an interesting tactic to attract people to buy into their narrative, that they can help them with selling courses and with giving workshops and with buying into the Beach Boss influencers to become successful themselves. The Beach Boss influencers, they do claim that they were unsuccessful network marketers and they were doing really cringy stuff. They turned successful network marketers and now they're successful coaches, and they can teach their audience how they can also become successful in a very saturated market, in a very clearly structured business model where you need to sell and recruit, and the people really struggle to get to the top of that MLM pyramid to be one of the successful ones. There's only a finite spot of people who are able to find placement at the top of the MLM pyramid. And the Beach Boss influencers, they try to tell their audience that they can provide the tools for their customers to be successful. And I wanted to take a look at the mailing with you because I found it really interesting, because they're diving right into this narrative and they're also showing why network marketing is not great, with the tactics people use and why MLMs do backfire on people. They claim they did those tactics in the past as well, but now they can teach their audience how to be better. So let's get into this. I will have to pull out my glasses and then we're going to look at the narrative and how also the Beach Boss influencers as coaches out network marketing as a bad business model and why it is so cringy. I'm going to go through a couple of their emails I received over the past couple of weeks and months because I found them really interesting, and it is always the same concept. Picture this: you're at the grocery store minding your own business in the cereal aisle. I could never. I always do my own oats at home. What are you doing in the cereal aisle? Suddenly you hear, oh my God, you're the girl who keeps posting about those shakes on Facebook. Your stomach drops, your face burns red because you know what she's really thinking. This poor thing is still trying to make that pyramid thing work. Yeah, because it's very likely a reality for a lot of people. This happened to one of our Beach Boss students before she found us. She told me she wanted to abandon her cart and sprint to her car. Sound familiar? Isn't that a little bit over the top? It sounds like it would be embarrassing, but of course we gotta twist this, and of course we gotta shift this now to also show how successful the Beach Boss influencers can make you, because one of their students experienced that before. Who has a reaction like that you just want to leave your cart and go to your car? Here's why this keeps happening to you. Red flags. There are lots of red flags. If you are in MLMs and this happens to you regularly and it keeps happening to you, then those are red flags that maybe you're in the wrong industry, when people recognize the BS you're doing and find it cringy, and you yourself find it cringy. You've been taught to be walking, talking billboard instead of trusted influencer. You're posting product shots when you should be building relationships. You're pitching when you should provide value. The fake it till you make it mentality has you posting about your amazing business opportunity while secretly wondering if you'll ever make more than $200 a month. And I find that an interesting perspective, because that is what a lot of people get taught in MLMs. You're not yet successful, you spend a lot of money on the products or on a starter or on a business kit. Just lead with your upline's experience or pretend that you're successful. Lead with your little success and then build on top of that. I just want to make a couple of bucks this week so that I can afford groceries. I want to put gas into my car. I want to buy my kids little treats here or there, little things on the side I typically couldn't afford. The painful reality check: your engagement is dropping every month. People are unfollowing you. Yes, even family members. Well, hopefully they're the first ones. You're running out of people to share your opportunity with. Your upline's advice is the same recycled garbage from 1995. Meanwhile, smart network marketers are quietly building six-figure businesses using strategies that would make your company compliance officer faint. How are they building quietly though? I think that people in network marketing companies cannot be quiet. They need to shout out every little thing. They need to build relationships, but they also need to show and prove that they're successful. The things they can buy, the time freedom they have, the people they've helped. I don't think that being in a network marketing company and being quiet is something that works. They're not chasing people. People are chasing them. So you don't reach out to people, people reach out to you. That is this mythical wonderland that I think the Beach Boss influencers try to sell. I was also on a call with them. It was a masterclass, a free masterclass that was 2.5 hours. I didn't react to the entire thing, or I didn't show you the entire thing, but it was a long ass video, and it was just the regular coach boo-hoo, how to become successful in a network marketing company, in my opinion. And then on top of that, of course, you could also purchase a course after the free course, because if you really want to dive deep into the topic of network marketing, then buy our courses. It's always the same tactic from them. People are chasing them. They're not posting product pics. They're positioning themselves as the go-to expert in their niche. They're not spamming their warm market. They're attracting cold prospects who are already pre-sold, want to know their secret. They stopped following the company playbook and started following what actually works in the influence economy. Something big is coming that's going to expose exactly how they're doing it. The network marketing industry is about to get disrupted. They have been on the market for years now as well. So now everybody is suddenly a disruptor. What happened the past 5 years that you taught those courses as well? Didn't you disrupt the industry there as well? But I guess every new course coming out has to be a new disruptor, and a new course you can buy by network marketers who refuse to stay stuck in the past. Are you ready to be part of the revolution? Keep watching. And I find that approach to point out the negative sides and the narrative, how horrible some people run network marketing, how they address other people, rather interesting, because there's a lot of truth in this. It is kind of dark and also disgusting that these are MLM coaches who, by using those tactics, by speaking truthfully about bad tactics that make you look cringy, that don't make you necessarily successful, the hey girl messages and all of those things, that they want to attract an audience by sharing truth, by sharing the uncomfortable truth in order to get people from an industry to buy into their courses, but they're working with the limited opportunities they can offer in a network marketing company. Because the essential thing is always, how do you grow your network? How do you post on social media? How do you get people attracted in what you post and what you have to sell so that you can sell and recruit? Otherwise, you won't have any chances to rise in the ranks. And that's how you make money in network marketing. Yes, you can sell a product here or there, but essentially it's about recruitment. And there are only very limited spots available, and everybody is fighting and is battling for those spots at the top of the MLM pyramid, because otherwise the poor suckers at the bottom, they lose money. And those tactics are interesting and also gross, because the success rate cannot be great if you are in a network marketing company. Most people in that industry lose money, and that's not a good sign. How are you going to teach somebody how to recruit more people? That's essentially what it ends up with. That's essentially what they have to do. How the people can attract other people on social media better and quicker, how they can look differently, although you look very similar to other people that then also utilize those courses in order to be successful. And if you really think about it, it is gross, because people who suffer, who are not successful in their MLM, they will spend extra money on coaches who say, we can teach you how to not be that cringy person in the grocery store. You don't want to abandon your cart and run to your car. You're grounded in your business and you know what you're doing, and we can teach you what to do in an industry that is known to produce financial failures. And not because of the participants' fault, it's because the system is built like it. Most people have to be at the bottom of the pyramid and pay into it so that the few people at the top can be successful, and no coach can teach you any miraculous tips. They have another email they sent out that is equally as interesting, I think, and it's always about other people and their students making bad experiences, or they themselves in the past making bad choices as well, but now they know what to do better. We got a reply to yesterday's email, and honestly, it broke my heart a little. It said, "This sounds too good to be true. I've been burnt by other gurus before promising quick fixes. How do I know this actually works? First, let me say this, your skepticism is smart. The network marketing education space is flooded with people selling recycled content, outdated strategy, and empty promises. Once again, we're playing with the downfall of network marketing and also network marketing coaches. Because this is truthful. The market is flooded. All of the sales markets are flooded, also in network marketing and in the recruitment market. I don't blame you for being cautious, understanding your audience, providing feedback that you support the skepticism of your audience, but they have another route and another avenue to prove to you how they can make you successful. Here's what I need you to understand about Beach Boss influencers. We're not your typical gurus. We're practitioners first, teachers second. While other experts are selling theories they learned from someone else, we're sharing strategies we've used to generate 25 million in actual sales over the past 5 years. Let me give you some context on why our approach is different. A few years ago, Brandy was still using the old school approach, messaging everyone in her contact list with copy-paste scripts. Brandy is one of the coaches. She reached out to a high school friend she hadn't talked to in years with some generic "hey girl" message. There it is. The response, "Are you seriously trying to sell me something right now? This is so disappointing." That rejection hit hard. I'm sure it was also something that hit that college friend or that high school friend hard to think, wow, now after a couple of years you're reaching out and you just want to sell me something, shut up. But instead of giving up, Brandy invested in learning genuine engagement strategies. She discovered that authentic conversations on social media were far more effective than spammy messages. You also recognize that it's not about making authentic connections, it's about making something authentic to then be a successful salesperson. That is also gross. The result, she built a loyal network of people who actually wanted to hear from her. This isn't theory, this is battle tested, and what we teach in our Messenger Recruiting Mastery course that is inside the bundle they want to sell. Here's another real example. Fran, another coach, was manually trying to enroll people one by one, spending hours on individual conversations, burning herself out completely. Then she discovered an automation tool that allowed her to enroll people en masse while maintaining that personal touch. It saved her time, money, effort, and honestly, her sanity. The automation strategy is exactly what we teach in our AI Network Marketing Accelerator course inside the bundle. But don't just take our word for it, and then we have some testimonials of people who praise them, how successful they were thanks to the programs. None of that, in my opinion, sounds super new, or something that proves that they're not your typical coaching gurus. Others promise the same thing. How do you sound authentic? How do you connect with people on a bigger scale without putting in that much effort? AI is an important topic that enters all of those conversations, and the outcome is always a success story. That's also not new. Other programs teach outdated, make a list of 100 people tactics. The Beach Boss modern audience automation strategies attract qualified prospect. Other programs have generic scripts that make you sound like everyone else. Beach Boss authentic conversation frameworks that feel natural. They're not natural, but they have to feel natural in order to sell others. Other programs focus on quantity, message more people. Beach Boss focus on quality, attract the right people. Other programs, one-size-fits-all approaches. Beach Boss, customizable strategy that work across all companies' niches. Other programs leave you hanging after purchase. Beach Boss, ongoing community support and updates. And then they're writing some more why they have something to offer that can make their audience successful and why they're so different. The gross thing to me about this is, number one, they're outing network marketing as the shit show it is, but they're not adding on top of that only very few people can be financially successful in network marketing, that it's the structure of the industry that prohibits everybody from being successful and making a good income to live a life where they can sustain their payments, housing payments, where they can pay for their food, children's schooling, maybe do little trips here or there, treat themselves, treat family members. That is the one thing they're not mentioning, because otherwise they would out that they can realistically not teach masses of students how to become successful in an industry that is designed for masses of people to not be successful. The last newsletter I wanted to go through with you is yet again another one where we are faking empathy. Are you just trying to recruit me? Fair question. This comment hit me right in the gut. It's so sad because how do I know you're not just trying to recruit me into your downline? I've seen too many network marketers selling courses just to build their teams. What if I buy this and don't get results? I can't afford to waste money on another program. That doesn't work. Yet again, there is somebody who has concerns or a question. We are faking, pretending, authentically connecting with understanding, going deeper into the issue that a former student or somebody had, and we acknowledge that it's a good question. It's a smart question. It's a fair question to then sell the people on something. Because it's fair to say, hey, you just want to recruit me, as they have also admitted in their other newsletter, because it's not about being authentic. It's about having something that comes across as authentic to then sell them on something. In their cases, courses. So that the people who buy into those courses, they can recruit people. Also by pretending to be authentic, by sending messages that are not hey girl messages, but will ultimately also lead to a sale or to recruitment. In this case, they want to sell their courses. That's not just a fair question, it's a smart question, and I'm going to give you a brutally honest answer that might surprise you. Well, it might not surprise you. Does it surprise you? I'm going to read it to you. It didn't surprise me. Here's something most people don't know about me, Brandy, once again one of the coaches. Before I ever created a single course or coaching program, I invested over $47,000 in my own education, not $47 or $470, $47,000. I bought every course, attended every seminar, hired multiple mentors, and joined every mastermind I could find. Why? Because I was desperate to figure out what actually worked in this industry. Recruit enough people. Most of those investments complete disappointments. $3,000 on a proven system that was just recycled content from 2010, $5,000 on a mentor who disappeared after our first call, $8,000 on a mastermind full of people selling to each other instead of learning, countless smaller programs that promised the world and delivered nothing. But I guess the Beach Boss influencers are different. I know exactly how it feels to be burned by gurus who are more interested in your wallet than your success. Here's the truth that might shock you. We don't recruit anyone from our courses into a network marketing business ever. No, we're just selling you the courses so that you can utilize the alleged tools we're providing for you. Zero, zilch, nada. Why not? Because we've learned something powerful. When you focus on genuinely helping people succeed, the money follows naturally. Our coaching business generates multiple seven figures annually. We don't need to recruit from our student base to hit our income goals. But that's not the question. That's not the problem. You're selling courses. And the question is, this is just another course because you want to draw me in. So you try to recruit me in a way to buy into your narrative about these courses. No, you're not in an MLM anymore. That's why you're not trying to recruit anyone, but you want to sell courses. She's not even answering the question, really. We make more money helping you succeed than we ever would recruiting you. When Kat's family survived the 1998 Russian financial crisis, losing everything overnight, she learned a crucial lesson. Knowledge is the only asset they can't take away from you. That experience shaped our entire approach to business. Teach first, profit second. But you have to buy into those courses. The free courses, the free previews, the free masterminds are just a tool to get people to purchase the bundles and the actual courses. So profit is important. And it's also okay to admit to that. You need to profit. If you are a teacher, if you run those online courses, you also need to make a profit. Otherwise, it doesn't work because you're not doing it because you're a lovely person. It's your business. You should make a profit. Focus on results, not recruitment. Yeah, because you're not recruiting people anymore. You want people to buy into your courses. That's your job. She's not answering the question. Build long-term relationships, not quick transactions. We have helped 35,000 plus network marketers over 5 years. If we focused on recruitment, don't you think we would have built the largest downline in history by right now? No, probably not. Because it is easier maybe in this day and age to try and teach people, provide them with the tools how to be successful in a saturated market rather than doing that yourself. That's the route most people go when money is down in MLMs, when they have reached a certain level and they recognize, that's how I can make more money by teaching rather than by doing the stuff myself. Instead, we chose to build something more valuable, a reputation for actually delivering results. I understand your fear of wasting money. I've been there. That's exactly why we've built multiple layers of protection for you. Layer 1, 14-day money-back guarantee, not 7 days, not after you complete everything, 14 full days to explore the content and decide if it's right for you. Because a money-back guarantee, nobody else offers that. Layer 2, next level upline community, 24/7 support from people implementing the same strategies, real people, real results, real help when you get stuck. So you provide access to other members who take those courses and create a community. That's also what others do. Layer 3, step-by-step implementation guides, not just theory, exact action steps with screenshots, templates, and examples. Layer 4, lifetime access, no rush to implement, take your time, work at your pace, come back whenever you need a refresher. Why am I so confident? Because I've invested $47,000 learning what doesn't work so I could teach you what does work. Grab your risk-free bundle here. Talk to you soon. And then you're still worried about getting the results, blah, 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 blah. Buy our courses because we are different. Are they though? I attended a couple of their free masterminds, free workshops. And to be honest with you, I didn't see anything that would make the Beach Boss influencers different types of MLM coaches. They can only teach the same thing other people teach. And we see the recurring tactics they use to draw people in who don't make the money they think they should make in an MLM. And now those people are being attracted to not just pay into a lot of the narratives in their own company, paying a lot of money for the products, to build a business, to attend convention, but also to buy into the Beach Boss influencers narrative. They've done all the mistakes. They've spent all of the money. They have been in the most cringy situation that their students have as well, but they can teach you how to get out of that hole. And that is something that I find so gross about MLM coaches, because you cannot teach your clients anything other than recruit enough people to get a big team. Here are some tactics how you can get in touch with people, how you keep up with them, how you keep them in your team, on your team, how you keep them on the line as well as your customers. It is easier to keep people on your team rather than trying to recruit new people, but you also always have to recruit new people because people will always be dropping off. Recruitment over sales, and you have to come across as authentic. That is always the same story. That is always what MLM coaching is about. But now technology, of course, also seeps in. Everybody tries to tell their audience now that they have the best AI. They have the best automation. Some also offer a library of scripts and of pictures and of posts you can use. And you have lifetime access to a community of people who also want to be as successful as you want to be in an industry where most people will financially not be successful because they won't even be able to make a profit. And that is pretty much the Beach Boss influencers in a nutshell. And if you ask me, all MLM coaches. By the way, I also have a lot of material currently on my computer for videos for next year about people selling courses, life-changing courses, MRR courses, life gurus who can teach their audience things they themselves apparently lived, and then afterwards they were able to really break through, and now they're a better self. Now they're the best human they could ever be because they struggled in the past, but now they're on the other side and they can teach you for a lot of money how to do that as well. Those videos are videos I will research and take a closer look at next year, and if you're interested, you can find them on a channel I started, Christine Says. Those people who are not connected to MLMs, those courses, life gurus, lifestyle gurus, you can find them on that other channels in videos. If that is of interest to you, I will link the Christine Says channel down below, because I don't want to mix up anti-MLM content with that type of content, unless of course the people are coaches who are in network marketing companies, or if they're connected to MLMs, then we still find the videos on this channel. So Christine Says will be linked down below if that is of interest to you, because it is crazy how many people in this day and age try still to sell courses. I have a feeling the market is not yet saturated, although I think it should be. Should have been over a year ago, in my opinion. But there are still a lot of people who try to make money by selling courses, pretending that they can help other people to become a better version of themselves. Thank you for tuning in. This was Anti-MLM 22, and tomorrow we're going to cover another video, another footage from a fan favorite of this channel, somebody who is not directly connected to MLMs anymore, but was and surrounds herself with a lot of people who still work in that sphere. So it will be really interesting, and 2 more videos to go. Stay tuned if you don't want to miss out on these. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, that way you will not miss out on the further 2 uploads. There is an entire playlist, Anti-MLM Vlogmas 25 playlist, if you don't want to watch a new video each and every day, but you want to catch up on that later. But if you liked this video, then hopefully I will see you tomorrow in my next one. Until then, tschüss!